We're here today at Hood Honey, which is an apiary and farm in Cleveland, Ohio, that is doing a lot of really cool work in Cleveland, and I'm really interested to learn about all of it and hear what they're all about. So we're gonna check it out today. We're here today with Trey from Hood Honey, and he's gonna give us a little tour of the place, see what's up. So let's go.
Let's go take a tour.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first we want to start over here by these benches.
All right.
So this is where we always start the tour.
Okay.
Because this is kind of where everything started. This spot right here is where my grandmother's house used to be at. My grandmother and grandfather.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my grandfather passed away. My grandma's at home chilling. She's always running around doing stuff.
Yeah.
But their house was like the houses out here, but kind of sitting up there. So this is kind of like, you know, my first memories and everything. So this is like where everything starts. That before I was even born.
Oh, bless.
Right over here where my son is at is where I learned how to ride my bike. My mom taught me. And that was cool. Great core memory.
This is essentially like a big part of where you grew up then.
Yeah. This is like a big part where I grew up. I got so many memories.
Oh.
But yeah, like this is just where it starts. But today it's our classroom. So we like to teach in a Black and Indigenous way. So basically what that means, or part of what it means, is just using all of our senses, being outside and being under a tree. So we take these tables under there, teach adults, we teach kids, anybody who wants to come up. So before we see the bees, this area right here is our apothecary.
Oh, yeah.
It's dozens of herbs over there. It's one of my favorite places on the farms. But we'll stop over there and look at the different bees pollinating, and they'll be able to make the connection of like, oh, we just did that.
Oh, yeah, so that they can understand better. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yep, so it helps them to act it out, helps them to use their imagination, because that's one of the best things we have is our imagination. So we get their imagination going, and then we do the real thing.
Oh, yeah. The fun part.
The fun part. So we put our suits on and we come over here, and our bees are actually right here.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're right in there.
Oh, amazing. I always see the classic like stacks of bees right in the hives. So can you explain to me why this vision? Like, what does this do for us?
Perfect question.
Yeah.
Great question. Without you knowing, and I'm gonna take you the long way.
Oh, yes, please.
But this setup right here is actually for people, to connect people with bees. This is actually called an apitherapy bed. It's the first ones in Ohio. It's 2 in Ohio. It's 1 here, it's 1 in Akron.
Okay.
But it's set up like this so I can come in here and beekeep a little easier. So I can pull the beehive out.
Wow.
Set it down, do some beekeeping, and then put it back in. But then we can go inside and really know more about this bee therapy thing. Us as beekeepers, we know that spending a lot of time with bees is really beneficial.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure who invented this, but I got this idea from Slovenia.
Okay.
I saw them doing it. And they do it over in Eastern Europe a lot. So the idea of this is to get close to the bees and kind of do like a natural white noise.
Yeah.
You know, and it's supposed to help with sleep. People who need help sleeping, PTSD. And you can come in and take a look. So the bees are right under here. And you can actually sit up here and lay here.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. That is so cool. Oh my God.
You can hear them?
Yes, you're right. It is like a white noise machine, but so much better. It makes me think of like the people online who do ASMR. And how that can be like a relaxing therapy sort of thing for people. I would totally fall asleep right here.
Yeah, so I've actually fell asleep in here. We've done some very small tests. We haven't really opened it up for the public yet. We want to get it a little bit more furnished. Yeah. But I've actually slept in here a couple times.
I would.
And it's really relaxing. It helps you dream. So what we're gonna do is couple that moment of 20 minutes to an hour with the herbs we have here, with the honey, with the beeswax, with some relaxation services and massage services for my friends.
You're speaking my language now. That's amazing.
Yeah, and this is what they do overseas. So like we're kind of bringing that here to help people who have these issues.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be working with my friends because I don't do relaxation services, but I'm going to be working with them, and it's going to hopefully be something that can help people in the immediate area suffering with all kinds of ailments.
This is so just my type of thing. Like I love just holistic, like natural type healing, like in nature. I think is just something that I feel like we've really tried to touch on with the whole Anna goes outside thing. People don't realize like something as simple as taking 20 minutes out of your day to just spend that outside.
It does a lot.
It really does. Like the drastic change that does for your mental health, that it's done for mine.
Yeah.
And I just love that. I want you to know right now, you will have a customer.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Come on, let's see more of the farm. We are getting 20 pollinator gardens.
Oh, beautiful. Yep. I love a pollinator.
To plant around the area because honeybees are native, as you know.
Yeah.
And their style kind of can crowd out other natives from the food source. Yeah. So we want to make sure we're looking out for our native friends also and bringing them more food to the area as we, strengthen up our bee profile here.
Yes. Can you explain to some people who might not know why it is so important to have native pollinators?
Yeah, so it's important to have native pollinators because they help the food chain for all animals, not just us. So you take this plant like right here, goldenrod, during different parts of the day, it's feeding so many different insects.
Yeah. Okay,
but what that's doing is allowing this plant to keep moving forward, which this plant can provide food for different animals. I don't see too many animals eating this, but there are other plants that provide food for different animals like deer.
Which as you've had issues with.
Yeah, which I've had issues with.
The deer.
But birds on their way down south, they need to stop and pick up these different seeds and nuts that are available now, and for the average person, it's like, well, what does that have to do with me? Well, you take away all the birds and deer and see how your food system is affected.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, everything is connected. So if we start taking pieces away from this house of cards, it's going to collapse.
Yeah.
And we're just reaching like this really crazy point in Earth's history of like getting really close to a mass extinction. Like we're getting really close to a mass extinction. And it's like, if we lose all these beautiful creatures, like A, we can't see them, but B, it's going to really affect how we eat or how our grandchildren and great-grandchildren eat. So, it's important just to try to keep nature as balanced as possible because if we don't...
It's fragile.
Yeah, it's fragile. If we don't, we're going to lose what we have to drink, what we're going to have to eat.
Yeah.
And we're going to lose all our topsoil like we're losing now. Like, it's just so much. I can go on and on, but, it's important that we just do our part from just putting out one plant, feed a couple bees.
That's a big thing is so many people think that in order to make a difference, they have to do a whole lot. Right?
No, you don't.
And that's not, you can, there are so many small ways that people can get involved in doing that sort of thing. Just adding a plant or two to your garden that are native.
Does great.
Yeah.
So, but now we've reached the other side. We walked along our trail, which we're going to finish at some point, but I love my trail so much.
I love it.
We had some students come out from Lutheran East Friday. So they started painting our fence. They didn't quite get done, but...
Oh, they were painting?
Yeah, they were painting everything.
That's so cute.
We're trying to get it ready for winter. So I was like, you guys did great. You guys got me a good head start. So I'll try to finish up painting before it rains too much.
Yeah.
But this side over here is our production farm. So there's not much to see in here, but if you got your eyes on, you can see.
Yeah.
Welcome to our production farm. We're kind of shutting it down now, so we're kind of cleaning it up because actually all the years I had a garden, I never grew a fall garden. So
really?
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, this is kind of new. So next year, I'll learn more on how to just keep a farm going like all year.
Yeah.
But even in that, we still did a lot this year. We grew over 600 beets in here this year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like it was great. Green beans, cilantro, dill. We grew a bunch of stuff inside of here. And then out there we have cherry tomatoes, zucchini, basil. We grew a lot of different stuff just here on this little farm. We sold a lot of it. We made a lot of juice with my homeboy Alex.
Yeah.
He's up here all the time, and a lot of this in here was his that he grew. But it was great. So we let it grow, and we made, right now, this big pile. Looks crazy, but what we were doing was saving seeds. Those beautiful black seeds.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, jet black. These are the purple green beans.
Really?
Yep, beautiful black seeds. I mean, just.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so me and Gabe want to shut these down. And then we also have dill here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so we saved our dill seeds.
Amazing.
So sometimes it's not always pretty when you're farming, but saving seeds is a must. You know, you can't just keep buying seeds. You got to kind of do the ugly work sometimes.
Yeah.
But these seeds right here are better than their parents. They're adjusted to life right here in Cleveland. So they're gonna do a lot better. And these did great. You like dill seeds?
Can I eat it?
Yeah, see what it reminds you of.
All right, I'm gonna go for it. Just like a little pinch of it.
Yep.
Are you doing this with me, Gabe? All right, here we go.
Let's take a bite and see what it reminds you of.
Pickles.
You know what it is. You're from Cleveland, right? So you know what it is, right?
That's crazy.
Rye bread. They use dill seeds.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's so funny that you say that, because now that, I guess I've never noticed in rye bread that it tastes mildly like pickles. You know?
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It surprised me too.
That's crazy.
So now we're kind of entering the end. Like I said, we're at the end of the year, so we're kind of just cleaning up, but.
Gotta do the dirty work, yeah.
Yeah, this is our lifeblood of the farm right here. This is our compost pile.
Ooh, that's the golden stuff.
Yeah, so this pile is just about finished. I actually think it's done. Yeah, it's done. Look at that.
Can I smell it?
Oh yeah, it smells good.
Oh, it does. And look at this little guy.
Yeah.
Hey, sweetheart. That is amazing. It's so fresh.
Yeah, it smells very good. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it on top of those beds over there. New soil. Then we're gonna let it rest for the winter time, and next year be ready to grow all year. I have a good plan for it.
How long have you been doing the farm aspect, like in comparison to the beekeeping? How long have you done each of those?
Farming and beekeeping for me are the same.
Yeah.
They started the same time. You know, I've been gardening since 2012.
Yeah.
But I had a teacher tell me like, hey, you know, farming is when you grow stuff and sell it. So I never grew anything and sold it till I started beekeeping.
Yeah.
So the first thing I ever sold was honey. And then the next thing I sold was start selling, you know, different vegetables from here.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it was actually pretty cool. When I think about my story, like, wow, like kind of did the hardest thing first. You know, start beekeeping.
In reverse, right?
Yeah. So,
because beekeeping, that people don't realize like how much work really does go into that.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite understand that until I tried to do classes, and I was like, oh, this is every week you've got to make
every
sure
week,
you're on top
and then
of it.
It's hot. You really gotta make a choice. Like, am I really gonna wear this bee suit? Is there another option?
Yeah.
You know, because you can be out there for a couple hours sweating
So
a lot.
you were saying that we were talking earlier, I believe off camera, about some of the temperaments of bees.
Mm-hmm.
We said you've got some hives up here, but you've also got some in Akron. So like you were saying, you got kind of a choice there. Like, do I wear the suit? Do I not wear the suit?
Yeah.
Can you explain why someone would choose not to in comparison?
So I don't wear a suit for multiple reasons. The first reason I stopped wearing a suit was I got a friend out in New Jersey. He has a farm called Be About It Farm. And he said, man, you don't got to wear that suit, man. Like,
It's life-changing.
Yeah, it's life-changing. He's like, you know, get intimate with the bees. Like, getting stung is a part of it. Like, get your mind right with it. And that's when I just kind of started, you know, just wearing a veil And it allowed me to really take your time, because when you have a suit, you feel protected.
Yeah.
So you're just going in there, grabbing and moving stuff. But when you don't have a suit, you show a lot more respect to the bees.
Oh, they're delicate.
You're very delicate and tender. And I was like, oh, and it took my beekeeping experience like to the next level. And then once you get past that, it's just hot. You know, it's really hot.
Reason number one not to wear the suit.
Yeah, that's pretty much the main reason why I don't wear a suit is it's hot and I want to get intimate.
Yeah.
Because another thing, like when you get intimate, you touch them. So all that stuff goes into your skin. The propolis they make, which is basically bee glue, which they make from trees. But it's very, very healthy and really good for your skin. So every time I beekeep, all that stuff like gets absorbed, and then I eat honey and beeswax and take in pollen. It's the whole beekeeping experience. So like not wearing a suit really makes you like it's not good or bad if you got to wear a suit. I'm not downing you.
Yeah.
But not wearing a suit, it's not a bravado thing. It's more so of a like getting connected with nature thing.
Yeah. It was a choice you made because you wanted to have the full experience.
Yeah, I wanted to have the full experience.
Yeah. I was telling you, the first and only time I've been able to go into a hive, I did that, but then I made the mistake of standing in front of the entrance of the hive.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they just started getting there.
Yep, and then they got me right in the face. It's like,
if you're gonna be by the entrance, you gotta keep it moving.
let's go check out the hive. There's this weird relationship where a beekeeper is almost necessary for a hive to help keep them going. So can you explain that and why, or what happens when you take too much of it?
Yeah, so when you don't take honey, the bees will actually make too much. You know, even if you keep giving them space, they're just gonna keep making too much honey. And by the time winter gets here, they won't even be able to get to it all to survive off. So it could attract unwanted company, like a bear. But we don't have bears like in the city, not yet at least.
You're right.
And it could just attract unwanted attention. You know, skunks, anything getting out of hibernation kind of early might be willing to take the risk. Taking what we need or enough to leave them enough for the wintertime and just taking the extra is good for all of us. Because the bees that I have are pretty much domesticated almost. So they're not like wild bees, you know? They can survive in the wild, but they still need a little bit of help to defend against nature.
Yeah.
So with how crazy the world is now, species on all sides of the world, everything's getting mixed up. Our bees that are domesticated are not properly prepared for the pests that are now in this world. So the beekeeper is kind of necessary to help keep everybody's food going in the as far as people are concerned.
Yeah, they can survive on their own, but they do so much better with the help of a beekeeper.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and bees and people have, I don't want to say a symbiotic relationship, but they have a relationship that goes back a really long time, almost as far back as dogs and cats. So their bloodline has been with us for a very long time. It's important for us to keep up and taking care of them and keeping the bloodlines going and growing the bloodlines, making them stronger for future generations of not just bees, but people, because this relationship is going to keep going. It's not going to stop.
Yeah. You have so much knowledge on this, of course, and I find that absolutely amazing. But how long did it take you to get to this point? When did you really start learning or showing an interest in this sort of thing?
I've always been interested in biology.
Yeah.
Just being a little kid, growing up in the 90s, watching Discovery Channel.
Bill Nye,
yeah, Bill Nye, and just anything I can get my eyes on, I would do it. But the love for the bees really came with my calling to, help my community with my love of science, So it's been like the perfect blend where I can completely nerd out, but still be a real dude around here that people can respect and see as not someone too different than them, even though I'm doing something completely crazy.
This kind of work is important for, so many reasons, but a really big one I feel like is just getting kids excited about science, getting them interested in this sort of thing so that they're
you know, we build a future where kids want to get into this sort of thing and care about sustainability and care about the world around them. And I really, really love that.
Yeah. And that's my goal, especially like you asked about leaders of our future America.
Yeah.
The goal is really that, build leaders of our future America. You know, we got a future that is very uncertain. And, you know, my role is in food security. And right now it's not as secure as we want to think it is, you know. All our food is coming from elsewhere.
Yeah.
But we have the capabilities to grow it here. And that's the issue, is that we're not reaching our full capabilities at home.
But a lot of people might not realize that because they're not seeing what you see. You're doing the active work to, you know, grow this food, and you understand where the issues lie. But somebody who doesn't do this sort of thing, they don't even know where that comes from in the first place.
Right. And that's why our job as farmers is so important, because like we have to educate people.
Yeah.
You know, because that's part of fixing the food web. Like, people need to be educated. Back when it was kind of working, a lot of the food was grown locally. You know, you still had a lot of mom and pop shops being able to grow things that people need without all the regulations, not getting into any politics. But, you know, times were different, and people were growing 5, 10, 15, 20% of their food right at home in their backyards. And Cleveland is a perfect example to see that, because this environment is actually beautiful. There's so much water here. It's basically a forest. You know, we're the forest city. So much biodiversity here.
Cleveland gets a lot of hate.
Gets a lot of hate, but the nature here is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
Yes.
And people around here know, you know, oh yeah, I used to go to my grandmother's house, or I go to Big Mama's house, or whoever's house in the hood, and it was an apple tree back there, grapevines, pears, some people had peaches. Like, all these things were here and still are here. Like this mulberry tree right here.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, beautiful big mulberry tree. Black walnut tree back there, you know. It's just so much stuff here that people miss out. Burdock root right there.
Yeah.
You know, so all that is here in Cleveland. And, you know, we got to help people see it again so that they can help themselves.
Yeah.
And then companies like me and Riddle, Ohio City Farms, you know, and new farms on the way can start producing food if we're all active about it, you know, because then the demand goes up.
Yeah. And not to mention, I mean, like you were saying, there's a real community within that. Like you're building relationships with a lot of people who care about this kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, you know, this is year 5. Into year 5.
Year 5.
Yeah.
Awesome. Congrats.
Thank you. So we're going to keep going forward and going to keep making connections, because we have some more ideas that we think can really help the city.
Yeah.
Not just the community. So
agreed.
Let's get started.
Oh my God, that is a successful hive.
Yes, they're doing pretty good. Give them a little smoke. They can get a little spicy sometimes, but they're not that bad.
Question. The only hives that I've worked on were ones that had like a plastic backing in between here.
Yeah.
So what is that versus this? Because clearly they've built all of this on their own.
Yeah.
So can you explain like the difference or why this is beneficial?
Yeah, so she's talking about, it will usually be a piece of plastic here that will go in between, and the bees are built on both sides of this frame. The plastic is good for when you're doing honey production. And it's you know, it's not bad at all. The reason I'm not using it is because this is basically for health. So I want to take all the plastics out. Even though some of them do have plastic in there, because when I got some of these, they had the plastic frames, but we're just working on taking all the plastic out and let them build it naturally. So when people do get to the point where they're breathing in the bee air, we don't have to worry about any extra plastics being in there other than the plastic that's just hanging out in here anyway.
Yeah, here's what I find so crazy. First of all, the fact that they can build this in the first place is so amazing.
It's really amazing.
Can you tell me how long would like this specific giant comb we've got here, how long does something like that take?
So this probably would take, what they've built already, it probably took about a month to build this.
That's it?
Yeah. It actually can go quicker because I actually just start feeding them. And once I start feeding them, they start building it quicker.
Like ramping up the production.
Yeah, so if it's spring, they can build this out in maybe 3 weeks, like all the way to the bottom, like in 3 weeks.
And I see you've got a couple little drips of honey here.
Yeah, did you want to try some honey?
Can I?
You sure can.
Can I just do a little scoop?
Well, let me get you some from right here.
Go ahead. Do you want me to hold on one side?
No, I'll just flip it over.
I got you.
So you can get a good view. You got a good view?
And I just...
Yep.
All right, here we go. Wait, this is so exciting.
It's really good, right?
Shut up. That is fantastic.
Yeah, so you're tasting just the flowers all around the hood.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're tasting. It made me scream.
It's like sweet, but almost floral at the same time.
And you taste the fruitiness at the end, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, I would like to say to everyone here for a second, I know obviously you can't taste what I'm tasting right now. There is such a very clear difference between anything I've bought in a grocery store compared to what I just tasted just now. That's beautiful. And if I'm correct, the honey, that can taste different depending on what they're consuming.
Depending on what flowers in the area and the beehive. So I'll pull out some more and have you taste it, and it won't even taste the same. That's
incredible.
They do a great job. I'll put these back.
Yeah, go ahead. One of my favorite things about the bees is the honey that Trey had. I cannot stress enough to you watching how good that honey was. Like actually. And that's what's hard is I wish I could make you taste that, but I can't. You just gotta trust me. It was very sweet, but floral at the same time and like fruity. It's really fascinating to me how different honey will taste different according to what the bees are consuming. And Trey does a fantastic job of taking care of his bees here. He's really, really good with them. And it's just really lovely to see someone who cares so much about what they're doing. Everything that you have here, there's a lot to maintain and a lot that you're consistently maintaining. Do you feel like you've had any significant challenges with doing that, or what have been your big challenges here?
Yeah, the big challenges have been the environment.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things I just can't control. It's been several generations of honeybees here. Just being lost from the weather, even vandalism at one time. Not here though, it's a different spot in Akron, but this spot has never really been vandalized besides little small things. But even that, you know, then just the environment. So there are going to be people who steal or do things, but then there are groundhogs and deer and perceptions and, you know, all these different things that we gotta battle every day.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, big things from somebody vandalizing my beehives last year in Akron to other big things like vine borer moth.
Yeah.
Tearing up my zucchini.
Not the zucchini.
You know, yeah. And then different people around here who, you know, might be misusing drugs. Sometimes that can be an issue.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just part of the job.
So where do you feel like you want this to go in the future, or how you want it to go? Because you've already done so much that has been so successful. Where do you see this going next?
Well, I do see it as a blueprint for other people in other cities or different places around Cleveland. You know, take an empty lot and be creative.
In the middle of the city.
Yeah, in the middle of the city.
And just saying, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
Yep, use what you got. You know, we didn't have to buy much. I bought my bees, but the black walnut was already here, the goldenrod's already here, so it's just a little bit of Google. But where I want this to go is to use all these empty lots, all these abandoned houses for agricultural purposes. You know, I mean, there's so many things you can do. I'm thinking about aquaponics, thinking about rabbits. You know, I talked to you earlier about goats.
Yeah.
You know, and using these different things to make topical products, different clothing items, you know, and of course food, you know, and being able to produce so I'll say this. In Singapore, they have a goal of producing 30% of their food by 2030. And I want to do something like that here, you know. for this area, I want to be a part of producing 10, 20, 30% of the area's food at some point.
Yeah.
You know, and not just with tomatoes, you know, some kind of meat, dairy, just whatever I can put here, whatever the city allows me to put here. I want to kind of fill up these spaces and then let that turn into jobs and, you know, just positive outcomes, you know. We actually have to be grateful here in Cleveland because the city actually does support a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's not perfect. It is the city of Cleveland. We've all tried to pay a water bill down there. It takes forever. We can work on that. That'd be great. But I've heard that people in Detroit pay a lot of money for water. And I'm paying I think it's like $156 for most of the summer, you know, and that's great. You know, that's the main thing we need is some water.
Yeah.
And the fact that the city does that is awesome. The fact that the city and land bank has worked for years to allow people like me to come onto here and be able to have the opportunity to do this is great. You know, now I do want to see more investment, like directly from the city, because the city pretty much just says, look, here are a couple grants and we're going to support you. Yeah. That's great. And I've talked to people down there and that's what I want, you know. But it's always a way forward because I think that Cleveland should really lean into the whole urban ag thing.
Yeah.
You know, it can be our thing, you know, because we have the climate, we have the water, we have the people, you know, we already have the greenery. Like we have everything we need, you know. But if the city really leans into it culture-wise, not just the government, but culturally,
yeah,
it can really be a thing, you know?
Seriously, I just cannot tell you enough how amazing all of this is. And I love that. I know for a fact that obviously the reason, and you know this too, the reason that you are where you are now is because you have that mentality and you're like, I'm going to do what I can with what I have now.
Yeah.
Because what you're actively doing now is what's ultimately going to make a difference. And that is very, very apparent. And I really, really have so much respect for you for that.
Thank you.
I can't say enough good things about this. I love coming to places like this and getting to
I love to have people like you visit.
Yes.
You know?
And this is great. I want to do so much more about this. This is such a resource. Obviously, you've been doing so much with this, but out of all of it, is there something specific that you're really, really proud of doing here, or what you feel like some of your big accomplishments are in doing it?
I think
Gabe's having fun back there.
As he kicks it, I think the thing I'm most proud of is how this is bringing my family together. Not that we were separated, but we just have something to rally behind. Yeah. So every year it gets more intense and my family's always like supporting. So just being able to be at my grandma's house, you know, bring my son here and watch my grandma and mom come back and be able to experience watching, you know, their son grow. And then just, you know, my dad, which I talk about my dad a lot, but haven't talked about him yet. But, you know, just him watching me, because he's the one who taught me how to garden. So he's kind of like,
it's like, you know, a full circle thing.
Yeah, so all three of them gave me good skills to do what I'm doing. So for me, that's the thing I'm most proud of, is to be able to make my family proud. Yeah. And to, you know, make a business that can help us, you know, not that we're doing terrible, but, you know, we don't know what's going on, you know?
All of this is beneficial.
Yeah, so, you know, they get to taste my honey, they get to brag about me, because I'm learning I need to say more about what I'm doing.
You should.
But, you know, they get to have all the fun with this, you know, so that's what I'm most proud of.
I love that. That's really beautiful.
I love them, so.
Oh, I love it. And I love what you have here. Seriously, I'm so glad
Thank you.
that you had us. It really means a lot. And for showing me everything, just thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, I love it.
I enjoy having y'all here.
I'll let y'all know when I get to take my first nap in with the bees, okay?
Yeah, that'll be part 2. She'll let you know how it goes.
You'll catch us.
Yeah, well, remember, we're going to give you the whole massage and everything, just as long as you can put us on back on Brunswick TV. I know y'all love us out there.
Hey, shout out Bat Television. See you guys.
Peace.
The work Trey's doing is amazing for so many reasons, but I think it's really, really cool that in somewhere like downtown Cleveland that we have the capability to do this sort of thing, and Trey is proof of that. you can buy a lot somewhere random, start beekeeping, start a farm, because why not? I love when people take initiative to do crazy things like that. Like he said himself, he's like, yeah, people see me as the crazy bee guy, but I don't care because I'm out here and I'm making a difference. So big respect to him and what he does. It's a very unique, special thing that he's doing here in Cleveland, and I love getting to see that.